What's going on, YouTube? Checking in, man. Springfield, Missouri just dropped off my most recent trainee. Kwaku is getting ready to begin its upgrade process here at the campus inn. Get ready to run back here, give me a couple hours of sleep, and go pick up a load I got going back home. $3,200, 1,100 miles. So, I wanted to holler at y'all, man, about situation that I had to deal with over New Year's, and talk to y'all about what to do and how to deal with incidents or accidents, right? Incidents or accidents. Can be a little tricky, man, but I'll talk with y'all about that once I get back to the yard and get situated.
Yeah. Ferrari with the spider top, frozen fidget bottles in my watch. I stay on the clock, I'm always on the clock. Soon as I open my eyes, I'm at my fucking job.
Hey people, so I'm at the yard, just got the truck washed up and everything. The wash is for free at the yard as long as you get the trailer washed. They ain't gonna charge you to get the truck washed. So I got the trailer washed, got it washed out, got the truck washed, all for free. We're looking good. I need to finish up this video as quickly as I can because I gotta climb back here and give me a couple hours of sleep. It's about 5:30 right now. I gotta pick up this load at 10 o'clock. It's about an hour and 15 minutes away, so I gotta be up out of here by 8:30. So as of right now, I got 3 hours of sleep if I would sleep right now. So let me get this done, man. Accidents, incidents. What's the difference between the two? What happens after you have one of these situations occur? And, you know, how do you move forward from that? Okay, so first things first, what's the difference? The simplest way to summarize it is accidents are major, incidents are minor. Examples: you run into the back of somebody, push their trunk into the back seat or the front seat. That's major. You sideswipe somebody, mess their whole car up. That's major. Somebody run into the back of you, somebody sideswipe you. That's gonna be major. Police got to be called to the scene. Insurance and other documentations have to be swapped. Pictures got to be taken, as with anything. Major. Another example: you making a right turn, not paying attention to your mirrors, cut the turn too short, trailer hops the curb, knocks over the street light pole. That's major. The city's gonna have to be called out there to assess the damage. Police gonna be called to the scene. Documentation gonna be exchanged. That's a major situation right there. Incidents, something minor. You backing onto a dock, got your trailer doors open. Maybe it's a tight dock. Trailer door rubs up against one of the shipper or receiver's trailers that's on the dock next to you. No major damage, minor scratches or whatever. That's a minor incident. That's gonna be an incident. The yellow poles, the cement poles that are like around in random places to protect stuff, like they'll be in front of a light pole or in front of a fire hydrant or next to a building, the corner of a building to protect something from, obviously hitting the building or hitting the light pole or hitting the fire hydrant. If you hit one of those, that's going to be classified as an incident. I ran into a driver about 5 months ago. I had to repower his load in Tennessee, and earlier that day, he had hit one of those yellow poles on the passenger side of his truck. The steps on the passenger side messed them all up. Yellow marks all up and down the steps. They crunched up and everything. But he told me that was classified as an incident and not an accident. in the grand scheme of things, that was something minor. And what I just recently learned, completely ripping a trailer door off is classified as an incident. Yeah. And no, it wasn't me. I didn't do that. My trainee was backing up onto this very tight dock. Okay, we had dock number 7. There was a truck on dock number 6. And then to the right of us, there was no other dock, and it really wasn't a wall. I can't even describe it, man, but there was a yellow pole like I was just describing there. And then toward about a foot, maybe 2 feet away from where the trailer meets the dock, there's a steel beam. So I'm spotting my trainee as he's backing up on the driver's side, trying to make sure he doesn't get too close and hit that truck that's on dock 6. I noticed the yellow pole that was, if the truck is parked on the dock, the yellow pole is probably splitting the middle of the trailer. I didn't notice that steel beam that was sticking out. So he backs up, he gets on the dock, cool, everything's good. He's a little crooked, the tractor's cocked to the left a little bit, so he pulls up to straighten up. As he pulls up, the trailer door on the right side of the truck catches that steel beam and is ripped completely off. He was only going 2 miles an hour. It's not like he, shot out the gates like a drag car or something. He just was pulling up, and I heard a sound, but trucks make a lot of weird sounds. And in the back of my mind, I was like, man, I hope that wasn't a trailer door. But all I was thinking about was that yellow pole, and I said, well, he's not up far enough for it to be the yellow pole, so it can't be the trailer door. But as he started backing up, something told me to go back there and check. I go back there and check. Sure enough, the trailer door is on the ground, and the rear right tire is on top of the lower half of the trailer. So I stop him, have him pull up. Our day is ruined. This is New Year's Eve. We had 4 pickups that day. That was our 3rd pickup. At that point, everything is dead. Everybody's closing up at 8 o'clock. We ended up staying in California, spending our New Year's Eve and New Year's Day stuck in California, waiting for the last 2 shippers to reopen on Wednesday morning. So we spent our New Year's Eve and New Year's Day in California in the worst way possible. Back to the story though. Me and him, we pick up the trailer door, and that trailer door is heavy as a mug. I cut my finger pretty good, and like I said, I'm not a weak dude by any means, and neither was my former trainee, Kwaku. But we were sitting like, golly, boy, this joint is heavy. But we got it up on the trailer, and so the next step at that point is you gotta send in an accident report to the safety department. That's how it works at any company. So all of our stuff is done through the Prime mobile app, and it's 2018, right? Or 2019, my bad, 2019. I'm pretty sure most companies have something similar to that, especially most of these major companies. So in that situation, there was no damage to the shipper's property. It was a steel beam. It's not going to damage the steel beam. So we didn't have to exchange information with them, no insurance, nothing like that, because there was no damage to their property. So in that situation, all we had to do was take pictures of the trailer door, the area where it happened, and sent that to safety, and also had to send the pictures into Road Assist so that they had an idea of what the damage was, so that they could send somebody out to fix the trailer. So what we did was end up putting the door on the trailer. The people were kind enough to take off the 2 pallets we had on the trailer that were from our first 2 pickups. They held those for us until we were able to get loaded up on Wednesday morning. We took that trailer, drove it to Fontana, the yard we got in Fontana, California, dropped it off there, grabbed another one, went back, hoping that maybe somebody was still there, but they was gone. People told me off the break, we gonna be gone at 8 o'clock. This happened at 6 o'clock p.m. We gone at 8 o'clock, bro. We got the Coronas on ice. Our peoples is waiting. We about to party tonight. So we not gonna be here when you get back. And we ain't gonna be back till Wednesday. So y'all gonna be stuck. And that was the situation at the place where the door got ripped off. And our last pickup, they left at 8 o'clock that night as well. Even though that last pickup is a facility that's open 24 hours. But they was like on that same, you know what I'm saying? I don't blame them. You know what I mean? It's a holiday weekend or whatever. Not really weekend, but holiday, man, New Year's Eve coming in, whatever. I don't blame them. So we were stuck. But Safety calls me. Lady from safety calls me the next day, Tuesday morning. Reviews everything with me, and it's like, okay, well, first of all, who was driving? Because as of right now, it was showing that I was driving, and told them, oh no, get that fixed. I wasn't driving. My trainee was driving. I was spotting. And I explained to her what happened, and she was like, all right, well, okay, good thing is it's going to be classified as an incident, not an accident, so it's not going to hurt his safety score or record, nor is it going to force him or require him to do extra training, an extra 5 to 10, maybe 15,000 miles, because it's not an accident, it's an incident. So I was able to drop him off today so he can go through his upgrade process. And then the sledgehammer came where she's like, now, I know you're not going to hear this, but there is a $500 deductible, and they're going to be taken out of my check from me. As a trainer and a lease operator, your trainees they're your employee. That's how it is. They're treated and viewed. They're paid out of the money that you make, and you pay all their taxes and their workers' comp, all that. So as with any company, man, if your employee messes something up, you can't charge them for it. You gotta take that. You gotta take that hit. So, she said if the door needs to be replaced, the hinges need to be replaced and to put back on, it'll only be $175. They'll refund me $325. If the door is damaged and needs to be replaced, that's gonna cost more than $5. So they'll keep the deductible $500. Like I told y'all, when I went back there, the trailer door was on top of the lower part of that door. The trailer tire was on top of the lower part of the trailer door. And it looked like it was a little bent to me. So I'm got my fingers crossed. I'm hoping that it's a situation where they can still get the door on there and it can work. But I'm expecting them to take the whole $5 and keep it. And I know some of y'all probably thinking like, man, it couldn't be me. He'd be paying for it. I could be that type of person, but he was already beating himself up over the situation. It was literally his last load before upgrading. He knew I was trying to get home, and he felt bad. He apologized like so many times, man. I lost track, and he offered to pay me back for whatever it ends up being. If it's $175 or if it's the $500. If it's the $175, I'll take the $175. If it's the $500, I'm not going to take $500 from that man. He been on my truck training for the last 7-8 weeks. He ain't been making no money like that, man. He been making between $500 and $800 every week. He got a family at home. He got bills to pay. As of today, my man had like 23 cents in his account. What kind of person would I be to do that? Especially since over the last 3 or 4 weeks in December, 3 of my checks in December read off like this: $6,000, $5,500, $6,500. It'd be real assholeish of me to take the whole $5 from him. You know what I mean? I know there's many people out here that would do that, but that's not my character, man. I'm a big believer in the energy you put out into the universe is the energy you get back, and I'm not going to do that to that man. So if it's $175, he can give me the $175. If it's $500, I'm gonna tell him you just give me the $250, because he told me 3 times before he got off the truck and walked into the hotel room, let me know, call me, let me know how much it is. I'm going to give you the money for that. I feel bad that I messed everything up. He wasn't able to get home. He wanted to get home, so on and so forth. So, that's how it's going to play out. But that's how things work, man. Accidents versus incidents. The procedure, that's self-explanatory. Take pictures, get documentation, send it over to safety. And, if there's damage to your truck or your trailer, let road assist know so they can figure out how to proceed with getting that taken care of. And then if it's a situation like that, man, where you're at fault, that deductible is coming out. So with that said, man, I got to get back and get me some sleep. Just wanted to come and holler at y'all about that. Grab me a load at 10 o'clock tonight. Should be able to get home late Saturday night, early Sunday morning. And I'm going to be on a 2-week hiatus, man. So with that said, man, once again, as always, man, appreciate y'all for watching, subscribing, sharing, commenting, liking, all of that. And y'all know what it is, man. It's your man Jan B. Until next time, y'all be
I stay on the clock, I'm always on the clock. Soon as I open my eyes, I'm at my fucking job.